Well, good morning, all of my sunflower and diamond friends. Oh my goodness, I hope everyone had a very good week. I know I did, and it was even busy for me. And if you hear little clicky noises, that's my dog Snoopy. If a guy comes in, that's my husband. He's still home. It's too early for him to leave for work, but I wanted to get this started because I have a busy Saturday. So I'm home all day, but still, it's busy. All right, I have, like I said, quite a bit to share. Oh, first of all, here it is. I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you so much for all of you subscribers who have subscribed to my channel. I don't remember when it was, but the last time I looked, I had 146 subscribers. Since then, I've went up to 161. So that made me so happy. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for joining my channel. So I had a few comments and I wanted to read them to you. Light of God in Darkness says, thanks for sharing, Sister Jacqueline. New friend here. Stay connected. God bless. Well, thank you, Light of Darkness. And yes, please watch my videos, and that's how we can stay connected. Or if you want, send me an email. That's fine. Cindy Lifestyle and More. She said, hi, Jacqueline. I am here watching, my friend. Well, thank you, Cindy. And then she says, thank you for sharing and stay connected. Miss Bell 003, she said, hello, this amazing new sign language. Very cool. I try to learn it. It's not easy. It's a challenge sometimes. And Linda Hugo said, hi. And then she said, what is your favorite diamond art? Well, I haven't been doing diamond painting very long, 1 year now. And I love just doing it. I have for sure, I know one diamond art club, but I haven't worked on it. I have diamond art here by Leisure Arts that I purchased at Hobby Lobby. It's a cross. That's the one I'm still working on because I need to get it finished. I've done some diamond kits from Amazon. I have bookmarks. I have coasters. And yesterday I was in Hobby Lobby and it's dawned on me I have to mail my friend her coasters. So trying to think what else. That's about it because I just buy mine at Hobby Lobby when they're on sale. I'm going to hopefully purchase a few more from Amazon here. I would like to purchase another one from Diamond Art Club because I think, have it 20% off, but I just haven't been able to get around doing that. So, but yes, so you who just recently joined, thank you so very much. I appreciate it. And let me get my notes here real quick. Okay, today is Saturday, November 23rd. This is WIP and Chat, which means a work in progress, number 25. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Hit that like button. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. And make sure you hit that like button if you haven't done so yet. How is everyone doing? I am doing good. Please put it down in the comments because I really would like to hear from you. And I have to tell you, our weather in Kansas has gotten cold, which is nothing new because that's the way Kansas is. This morning it was 34 and it felt like 28, The wind was, I think, of 4 miles per hour, which is good because if it gets very windy, then it's extra cold. So, yes, that's the weather in Kansas for today. All right. Oh, the national days. Let me get to them real quick. Today, it's National Espresso Day, National Cranberry Day, and I bought 2 small packages at my local Dillon's. They had them 2 for $5, so I want to wash them off and freeze them. And yes, you can freeze them. I Googled it. It's National Adoption Day, so if you are somebody who was adopted, well, happy National Day to you. And National Cashew Day. Tomorrow, it's National Sardines Day, and National Au Pair Day, National Your Unique Talent, so there we go, diamond painters, and National Shift Worker. All right, let me move this down to where I'm working. There's my cross. Let me move this over. I gotta get my diamond painting pen. Okay, so like I said, I hope everyone has had a very good week. Okay, oh, and here's our inspiration card. Make happiness a habit. So true. We don't want any negativity. That just brings us down. So if we have happiness and positivity, that's pretty good. We need that in our life. All right. So, with that being said, let me tell you about my week, because like I said, it's been kind of busy, a little crazy, but things are going good otherwise. Let's see, Saturday, after I did my video, I just did laundry and regular things that I usually do around the house. Sunday, we ended up going in the haze later in the afternoon because we needed to purchase some light bulbs. My dining room has a kind of like a chandelier type light, and so 3 of them had burned out, and so we was needing new light bulbs. So we went to our local Ace Hardware and purchased them. Then we went up to Home Depot because we're thinking we may have to replace that whole light fixture, which is fine. So we was looking, just trying to decide. I think we're gonna get a ceiling fan that has just, the globe underneath instead of separate ones. So yeah, and then we may have to place a light fixture in our laundry room. It's a fluorescent light, but we really don't care for it that much. We'd like to maybe get a different one, but for right now we haven't done anything. So anyway, then was back to work week. And I think it was Monday. The days start running all together. Hold on, I just thought of something. I better check, make sure my video's taping. Anyway, I had received a phone call, and so I took it, and it turned out to be the nurse from the Central Orthopedic Clinic down in Great Bend, because my dad needs to have carpal tunnel surgery done on both his hands. And the lady, like I said, called and she said, I want to let you know we just happen to have a cancellation come across for December 13th. I said, oh, wow, because my dad wasn't going to have his surgery until February the 7th. That was the soonest they could get him in. And I said, okay. I said, how soon do you need to know? She says, well, I'll wait. I said, because I have to call my dad first. And she says, I'll let you call your dad, but she said, call me back as soon as you can. I said, that's fine. So I called my dad. I said, Dad, I said, they happen to have a cancellation and you could have your surgery here on the 13th of December. And he says, okay. He said, tell him I want it. I said, okay. I said, that's fine. Well, the week before, on a Friday, he ended up going in and having blood work done. So that was a good thing, because you have to have your blood work done before you can have surgery. And I guess having blood work, it's only good for so long or something. So anyway, I called the nurse back and I told her, I said, he wants to have it that day. She said, okay. So she says, well, since he's had his blood work done, you're good on that. But she says he needs to have an EKG done and he's going to have to see his provider at the VA clinic. I said, okay. I said, that's no problem. So she gave me the number to call the hospital to get him scheduled for the EKG. So I did that the next day. So now I just remembered she called me on a Tuesday. Anyway, so then Wednesday I called our hospital and I said, I'm calling for my dad because he's hard of hearing, so sometimes he don't always hear what people say. So I got it so I can be the one who does all that for him. Anyway, so I told the lady, I said, my dad needs to have an EKG done. Only thing is, he needs to have it as soon as possible because he's going to have surgery on Friday, December the 13th. She says, well, I don't know how she said it, and I said, are you saying this sarcastically? I mean, I don't want to be mean, but just the way. And she said, no, she said, I'm not. She said, just luckily, I'm open all this week. She said, we can get him in. I said, oh, good. And she said, we don't do it in the morning, but we do it in the afternoon. And so, I don't know, I think she was rattling off times. I said, let's go for the 1:30 time slot. So she said, okay. So we got it scheduled, and then I had her tell me how to, I know how to get there. My dad doesn't. So I needed, not so much directions on how to get to the hospital, but where to go once you're in the hospital. That's how I want to say it. So she told me. So I called Dad and told him, I said, you're scheduled for Wednesday at 1:30. And I said, this is how you need to, I said, go. I said, you got to park in a certain area, then you go to the building, this is where you go and everything. So Mom and Dad wrote it down. Well, I ended up, we have a group text where my mom, my brother, and my other two sisters, we all text each other. So in that group, I put that Dad was going to have an EKG done, and it was going to be on Wednesday at 1:30. Well, luckily enough, my brother, where he works, he told him, he said, I need to go with my dad he has to have an EKG done. So he was able to go work in the morning, and then he took off for the afternoon. So he took my dad to the hospital. So that was good. Well, then we also had to, schedule him for his appointment at the VA clinic. So that lady, she went ahead and got it scheduled. First it was going to be on a Wednesday, and then they changed it, and now it's on Tuesday, which is okay. And it's at 8:30 in the morning, which is fine. And my sister is going to go with him. So another good thing. So yeah, Dad's going to be able to have his surgery sooner, which I am very grateful for, because he has no feeling in his hands, either one of them. That's how bad they are. So, like I said, I'm glad, because then, I don't know, I think it was Tuesday, when after I got home, my sister and I happened to talk, and she said, Jackie, you need to see if Dad can have his second surgery on February 7th. I said, oh, okay. I said, I can do that. So then I called back on Wednesday, and I did ask the nurse that, and she says, we happen to have some openings in January. I said, what? She said, we have one January the 10th. I said, you know what? Just put my dad in. I said, I'll call him afterwards, and I'll just tell him, this is when you're having it. You have no choice in the matter. So she laughed. I said, sometimes I just got to do things for him. She said, yep, that's what you got to do. So we got his second surgery scheduled right away. So when I was done, I called him. I said, Dad, I said, sorry, that's my dog Snoopy barking. I said, Dad, I said, you will have your second surgery in January. Oh, good. I was shocked. He was really now looking forward to having this all done. So he has always worked with, well, not always, not. First he worked in the oil field patch. He drove truck. And then after that kind of went downhill back in 1985, he started working with farmers. Anyway, so he sells seed to the farmers, like Milo, feed, sorghum, you name it. That's what he kind of sells. So, the seed comes in these 50-pound bags, and Dad being Dad, he always thinks he needs to lift them. But the whole thing is, after he has this surgery, my sister and I are going to have to get on him and tell him he can't be lifting those bags. He needs to let his hands heal, or else what was the reason to having the surgery done? And luckily my brother's there when most of the farmers come to pick up the seed. My brother can do that. And the farmers, most of them are younger farmers. There's not very many older farmers that farm. A lot of them have retired. So, and if need to be, my nephews who are younger, they're in their 20s, they can come and help Grandpa. So, it's just Dad being Dad. He likes to do things, which I understand, don't get me wrong, but still, we're just going to have to get on him, put it that way. And my sister's good about it. Because Sunday, tomorrow, we're celebrating our Thanksgiving early, plus my mom and Dad had their wedding anniversary on Wednesday. They've been married 59 years. Which is awesome in my books. My grandparents, Mom's mom and dad were married 55. I don't remember how long my dad's parents were married. Well, anyway, so someday when we're together, my sister and I are going to have a talk with Dad. Because we're going to tell Dad he needs to wear, he's not going to like it, sweatpants. He needs to be comfortable in clothes. Not jeans, not his cowboy boots. I mean, I have nothing against it, but when you have surgery, you need to be comfortable. And buttoning up a pair of jeans is not the easiest thing to do, especially on another person. And I want him to be comfortable. I want him to be able to try to do things himself, because you're pretty much able to. Because I had surgery, I had carpal tunnel, and I had no issues. I wore loose-fitting clothes so I could try to do things myself. I mean, I maybe struggled a little bit, but it wasn't all that bad. Anyway, so it's good that we have that all in place. And I was going to be off the week before, just a Friday and a Monday. I'm still going to be off that Monday, the 9th, but instead of the 6th, I'm going to take off the 13th, because I'm going to go with my brother and my mom for Dad's surgery. And then in January, my sister's going to go, and I'll stay back. And then 2 weeks after his surgery, which turns out it'll be Christmas Eve day, Dad has a follow-up appointment that he needs to go to. And that's, I don't remember if, I think it's just a look at it. I don't think stitches come out yet. I can't remember. But anyway, so my sister is going to take him. So she said, you don't have to miss any work. She said she's off that day anyway. So she says, I'll take Dad and we'll go. I said, that's fine. And then in January, because she'll go for the surgery, I will take him for his follow-up appointment. So I had to kind of do a little switching there at work, but it's all good. And then instead of Tuesday evening, it was Monday evening. I'm on the auction committee at my church. So we had our meeting Monday night. And we're doing pretty good with it, actually. Oh, I better look at my time. Anyway, Father had put together a list of businesses from Hayes, Ellis, and even Walkini, and I think a few other towns. And we went through them. We're going to, we looked through them to make sure those were businesses that were still in business, or if they ended up going out of business, we wanted to mark them off the list. Father's going to go through and, what you want to say, like retype the list. Take out the ones that need to be taken out, and we added a bunch more, actually, so that will be helpful. And then the week after Thanksgiving, we'll meet again, and then we're going to start going through the list and seeing who can go where to talk to the businesses to see if they would like to donate, or if either they can donate something or donate money or just be a sponsor for the event. So, yep, it's all coming together. I am going to step out of my comfort zone, and I'm going to go talk to some individuals, so it'll be interesting. I have to work on a, how do you want to say it, a speech, a spiel. So, anyway. And instead of my regular trivia, let me see, I have some fun facts about Thanksgiving that I thought I'd share with everyone. It says the first Thanksgiving was a 3-day harvest festival in 1621. Turkey wasn't on the menu. You know, they had deer and I think fish and everything else. The Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade was originally a Christmas parade. It says the male turkeys gobble and the female turkeys cackle. Americans eat 50 million pumpkin pies. That's a lot of pumpkin pies. And it says the TV dinner was invented after a Swanson employee overestimated the number of frozen turkeys they should order in 1953. So they had all these turkeys, so they wanted to figure something out, and they came up with the TV dinner. So, you know, they had the turkey, the potatoes, the vegetables, a roll, gravy. I mean, there you go. That's how it came about. It says Thanksgiving football was initially a college tradition. Americans buy 365 million pounds of turkey the week of Thanksgiving. That's a lot of turkey. It says Jingle Bells was originally written as a Thanksgiving Day song. That is interesting to know. All right, I got more here. The American Pie Council did a research, and apple pie is number 1 and pumpkin is number 2. And Benjamin Franklin wanted the turkey to be the national bird. In a way, I'm glad it's not. I think the eagle is better. The first Macy's Thanksgiving parade featured Central Park Zoo animals. Can you imagine them going down the street in New York? I mean, you would have llamas, camels, hippos, rhinoceros. Yeah, I mean, oh my goodness. And, you know, they have those big helium balloons. They said Snoopy from the Peanuts has made the most appearance of any balloon. That's awesome. And Butterball has had a turkey talk line for 40 years. So if you have any questions, call the turkey hotline. And Butterball experts answer more than 100,000 questions. That's a lot of questions about a turkey. And 68% of Americans dislike Thanksgiving dishes. There are 4 towns in the U.S. named Turkey. They can be found in Arizona, Texas, Louisiana, and North Carolina. Okay, now this one I'm going to bum you out. I'm sorry, but I just thought I had to share it. It says the average number of calories consumed are 4,500 on Thanksgiving Day. Well, you know, it's going to happen. Because, you know, the food is so good. 54 million Americans are expected to travel. Wednesday before Thanksgiving is usually the worst day to travel. I can say yes because if you go take I-70, yeah, it's very busy. That's why I take Highway 40. It takes 440 cranberries to make up 1 pound. That's a lot of cranberries. and over 300 pounds of glitter is used during the Macy's parade. That's a lot of glitter. But everything sparkles, so that's, I guess, a good thing. All right. Let me see what else. Okay. Let's see. I've been sharing about diabetes. I hope everybody is learning something from it and taking away some good information. Nobody had any questions, so I assume it's okay. If not, please feel free to put it down in the comments or send me an email, because I do put my email up, so you can send me an email and I will answer. I am on Facebook, so you would have to look for Jackie Brungard Williams, and then you can send me a Facebook message. I am on Instagram. It's under, I think, Jacqueline Williams 21. So you can send me a message that way if you want. So, with that being said, I thought I'd just share a little bit more about diabetes. I do have a book, and I need, and gotta look for it. Has like words in what they mean. I thought that would be good, so I'm gonna have to search for that. After I'm done with all of this, today's gonna be a baking day for me. I need to make a dessert for our Thanksgiving / anniversary thing tomorrow with the family. And then I want to bake some chocolate chip cookies so my husband, can't talk, can take it into his workplace. But I wanted to show you, these are my containers that I put my pills in. Luckily I know which ones I take in the morning and which ones I take in the evening. So yeah, it's big enough and it works for me. I have it numbered 1 through 31. And then in my cabinet, I stack them 4 high around. And then on this side of my cabinet, I have a basket. And when I'm done, I put them in there. So, yep, that is how that goes. And I wanted to share, let's see, I think maybe this one may have... Oh, yes, it does. It has a glossary. That's what I wanted. I think this would be important for you to know. Okay, I'm going to read through, and there's quite a few, so just bear with me. A1C is a test to measure average glucose in the blood over a period of several months, also called glycate hemoglobin or hemoglobin A1C. The artery is a blood vessel that carries oxygenated blood from the heart and lungs to the rest of the body. Blood glucose meter, a device that tests the amount of glucose in the blood. Blood pressure, the force created by blood flow as it presses against blood vessel walls. Carb, 1 carbohydrate serving equal to 15 grams of carbohydrates. Carbohydrates, nutrients in foods that are broken down into glucose during digestion. Cardiovascular, pertaining to the heart and blood vessels. Excuse me, I need a drink of water. Parched. Certified Diabetes Educator, or CDE, an expert in teaching diabetes management. Cholesterol, a waxy fat-like substance in the blood. Too much can build up in artery walls. Chronic conditions such as diabetes can be managed but not cured. Diabetes complications, serious health problems that develop over time due to high blood sugar. Endocrinologist, a doctor who specializes in how hormones work in the body. Estimated average glucose, which is EAG, is a value calculated from the A1C test results. Estimated glomerular filtration rate, which is EGFR, is a blood test measuring kidney function. Glucagon is a hormone that quickly raises blood sugar levels. Glucose, a simple form of sugar that is used to fuel the body's cells. High blood pressure or hypertension, blood pressure that is higher than the normal range. Hormone, a chemical released by special cells that tells other cells what to do. Hyperglycemia, a condition in which there is too much glucose in the blood. And hypoglycemia is a condition in which there is not enough glucose in the blood. Insulin is a hormone produced by the pancreas that enables glucose to enter cells. Insulin resistance, a condition in which cells do not respond properly to insulin. A lancet is a device that uses a tiny needle to prick the skin for a drop of blood. Lipids, fat-like substance in the blood. Liver, an organ that stores and releases glucose when needed. Pancreas, an organ that makes insulin and releases it into the bloodstream. And if you do not know, your liver and your pancreas are on your right side. If you're a lady, it's under kind of like your breasts. And man, it's probably in that same area. I mean, we're all made the same. Periodontal disease is an infection of gum tissue, also called gum disease. Plaque, fatty deposits that build up inside arteries and reduce blood flow. Podiatrist, a doctor specializing in foot care. A registered dietitian, RDs, an expert in food and nutrition. Saturated fat, a type of fat that is solid at room temperature from animals and some plants. It raises the LDL, which is your bad cholesterol. Stroke, a condition in which blood flow to the brain is cut off due to blockage or a torn blood vessel. Triglycerides, building blocks of fats inside the body. Type 1 diabetes, a chronic condition in which the pancreas cannot produce insulin. Type 2 diabetes, a chronic condition in which the body cells are resistant to insulin. The pancreas may not produce enough insulin to overcome this resistance. Urinary albumin to creatinine ratio, it's a urine test that checks for signs of kidney damage, and you should have that done. I think it's either 3 months or every 6. I think it's every 6. Vein, a blood vessel that carries oxygen, pour blood back to the hearts and lungs. So there you have it. I don't know if you can see all of that, but there it is. So yep. And drink of water. So yes, that is diabetes in a nutshell, what I wanted to share today with you. Oh, I did find out just by chance on Thursday, because I had to go pick up some of my meds. My pharmacist said that Libre has come out with a Libre 3 Plus. And she said what that means is still the same, except it goes 15 days instead of 14 days. I said, okay. But I think I'm going to just keep what I got because I know when I need to change everything, so it's all good. So yes, I had to pick up 2 sensors, my insulin, and some other meds, so I'm good to go for the month. I should say for the month of December, because that's when everything will get started. Because like next week, Friday, I'm off from work, so that's, I usually line up my pills at the end, you know, depending on when it falls. So, and it usually doesn't take all that long. I take those containers, pop the lids off, and my stove is a glass top stove, so I can just set everything there. And what I do is I set it up like a calendar with the weeks, and it works. So I put all my pills in and then pop the lids back on and put them in my cabinet, and I'm ready to go for the month. And then, like I said, when I'm done in the evening with that container, I put it in my basket that's in my cabinet, and then it's ready for the next month. Been doing it that way since I was diagnosed as a diabetic. It took a while to find the right containers that worked for me, and these are handy. And if I have to, you know, say I go somewhere and I know I need my evening pills, I just put that in my purse, and I'm off and ready to go. And I have a Vera Bradley tote that I use. I always had a medium-sized purse, but once becoming a diabetic, I need to carry a little more with me, so I ended up going with the Vera Bradley. And I've had several of her bags. I like them. Only thing is, my latest one, I've noticed it's starting to tear in certain spots, and I'm not happy about that because I think I've only had the purse a year. So anyway, I may have to look into a different one sometime. I'll think about it. I should say, as long as the handles are still there, I'm good. So, yep. And I worked on this some last week Sunday. And then, let me show you. This is one of my other cross bookmarks I'm working on. It's turning out very pretty, I think. Oh, let me snap that off. Oops. There we go. Is that better? Kind of. And then there are 2 other ones. This one, I think is pretty. It turned out really nice. And here's the other one. So yeah, I think I may put 1 or 2 of these. I'm going to put a kind of like a gift basket together for the auction. So I'm going to maybe put 1 or 2 of them in there. And then once I'm done with this cross picture, I want to take it to Hobby Lobby and get it framed. Because that's what I did with my eagle, and they did such a beautiful job. So I decided I will do that because I already have a picture frame. All they have to do is do the other part of it. And the picture frame I have laying over here, but I can't show it to you right now. I got stuff laying on top of it. Anyway, so I'll have to clean it up, and the picture will fit just perfectly in there. It's a wooden frame, so it'll make it really nice, I think. So, let's see. Oh, I've only been talking 45 minutes, and here I thought I had so much to say. It went faster than I thought. So, yes. Peel this off so you can see what I got here. Got some more in like Nancy. This is all different shades of blue. It's looking very beautiful. Oh, and since I said Dad's having surgery the 13th, the 14th, I am not going to have my WIP and chat because I plan on going to Victoria because I'm going to help Mom with Dad. Because sometimes Dad is just Dad. So me and my sister decided we will pretty much spend a day, and this way if he wants to go somewhere, we can take him. Give Mom a break because she's going to be with Dad all Friday night and everything. So this way, and it's good that Debbie lives there in Victoria. That way when she gets off at work, she can check in on them during the week. So, and I'll call, because since I'm in Ellis, I'm about 30 minutes away from them, which isn't bad. But when I get off of work, I come home, I gotta take care of Snoopy, get supper ready. So yeah, it's just a little bit more. It's easier for me to do it on the weekend, so that's why I'll go over that Saturday. I don't know about that Sunday. We'll play it by ear and see how things are for them. That's why he said he's going to have to wear loose fitting clothes. We want to buy him a pair of sweatpants. This will be the first time he's ever worn them that I know of. So it will be interesting. I told Debbie, I said, that's our job on Sunday. We're going to have to sit down and have a talk with him and tell him this is the way it's going to be. You don't like it, well, I'm sorry. We're in charge of you during that time, and we need it so we don't have to fight things. We can help you pull up your hands. Like I said, my brother's going along, so it'll make it easy for him. Because Dad's has been wearing some tight pants, and it's a little difficult to take care of. But it's okay. We're managing. So, yeah. And it turned out the 14th is when, where I work, they have their Christmas party down in Dodge City. Because the main office is there in Garden City. So they have it there in Dodge, which is fine. But once we found out that the surgery was going to be then, luckily I had an RSV. So I told Debbie, I said, I really don't want to go now. And she said the same thing. She said, oh yeah, I forgot about that. I said, we'll plan for next year. Because last year was the first year I took her. The year before, my husband went because I got my 5-year, you get a gift. And I received a jacket, a light jacket we could pick. So my jacket is gray with pink. And it has the logo, Golden Plains Credit Union, on it. So yeah. Oh, and we had a challenge, a health challenge at work. And if you got through it, which I did, yay. This time we earn a pair of Nike shoes. I know, I couldn't believe it. And so I had to go to our local sporting goods store. Luckily we have one. And I tried on the pair, and I will get, and then once we get them, we get to wear them every Friday when we wear our jeans and our long sleeve polo shirts that we have to wear for Fridays. And then Monday, you can wear either a short sleeve or long sleeve polo with dress pants. So yep, Friday's usually jean day with the polo shirt. It's a long sleeve one because it being winter. So, but anyway, and I think my washer's done. So when I'm done here, I have to go put the wash in the dryer and get it going. And I need to straighten a few things out and get started. I'll wait until after my husband leaves to make my cookies. And oh, I'm making brownies for tomorrow. I'm going to make a batch of plain brownies because my one nephew cannot have any nuts. And I do have a box of Ghirardelli caramel walnut ones. So I'll make them and I'll let that for the others. I'll tell my nephew, here is this pan for you. And if they don't all get eaten, I will tell him he can take them home with him. Because him and his brother live out on the farm. And my sister and her husband live in Victoria right now. So, yep, they've been out on the farm since February. So, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. Yeah, oh wow, 9 months already. That went fast. So, all right, let's see where we at on time. 52 minutes. Okay. This, wow, I gotta show you this. Let me move this. I gotta take this off. Yep. Oh, wait a minute. There's a diamond. I don't know why. Sometimes, I don't know if you notice, but diamonds tend to jump. There it is. It's getting done. All I have is the top part. And I think what I'm going to have to do, let's move that over. When I work, I'm going to have to flip it over like this. Look at that. Wow. So, yeah. Luckily, I can read upside down. And then I'm going to have to straighten some of these diamonds out. There's a hair here. Hold on. Okay. So, yep. Wow. That is so shiny. But I will put a sealer on it because I want it to shine a little bit more. But okay, I don't know, can you see that pretty good? Whoops, look at that blue right there. Isn't that beautiful? Wow, it is simply gorgeous. So, yep, that's all I got left to do. I'm pretty proud of myself. Oh, and as I was saying, since I won't be doing a whip and chat on the 14th of December, and I'm off next week Friday, I think what I'm going to do is I have a few diamond paintings. They're already unboxed, but I think I will go ahead and kind of do like an unboxing of an unboxing, if that makes sense. And then I'll post them for that Saturday. So, anyway, I'm going to bring you up here and let you see me for a little bit. Alright guys, thank you so much for joining my YouTube channel. I hope you enjoy my content. I try to make it interesting. That's why I do fun facts. That's why I do trivia things. What else do I do? Share about diabetes, because I've been a diabetic for 9 years now. Next year will be 10. And like I said, it is a challenge, but it's okay. We got this. No matter who you are and what disease you have. It can be diabetes, it can be cancer, it can be MS. I mean, there's so many diseases, but you got this. You just got to do you, and don't listen to everybody else. If they suggest something, if you want, go ahead and do it. But know that you don't have to do what they tell you. And yes, a diabetic can eat sweets. Just don't overdo it. And there are going to be times you do. I will admit, I've done it. But you got to tell yourself, okay, that's it, no more. And get yourself back on the right track. Okay? So, alright, with that being said, I can't believe next week is already Thanksgiving. And like I said, we're celebrating tomorrow. Then on Thanksgiving Day, I don't know what we're doing. It just depends. My brother mentioned something to me, so I'm going to wait and see if it happens or if it falls through. So, unless his aunt and uncle who live in Walkini invite us, then, yeah, then it won't happen because we'll have to go for that, which is okay. All right. We're at 56 minutes and 58 seconds. 57 minutes now. Not quite an hour, but that's okay. Alright guys, have a fabulous weekend, and thank you again for subscribing to my channel. I'm at 161. I'd like to hit 200 by the end of the year, so we'll see what happens. And then next year we'll have to work on another goal. Try to get to 500, because I did say I would do something special once I hit 500. So share, share, share. All right, so we'll see you all next week. Bye. Love you all.